Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we will be doing a deep dive analysis on Opendoor stock. We've been seeing Opendoor gaining a lot of traction, lots of volume just over the last recent months, and we're seeing a lot of changes to the company overall with change in leadership and all that. I will be doing a deep dive technical analysis, sharing with you my overall price predictions in the coming days, weeks, and the rest of the year, along with 2026 and onward. Now, if you're new to this channel and you're part of Open Door Army, I would really appreciate you hitting the like, subscribing for more related content. Let's begin, guys. Let's first off talk about market uncertainty. So on Friday, we had the biggest crash in stocks and crypto. We just got some news in terms of China responding back over on the weekend. So investors are waking up to some major news from China. The entire tariff crash on October 10th may have just been one big misunderstanding between Trump and Xi. The news about China's rare earth export controls came out on October 9th before Trump posted about it. This was on non-news event until Trump posted about it over one day later. Last night, China released a statement clarifying their export controls on rare earths. In their response, China said the new controls are not a full export ban and applications that meet regulations will be approved. Amid the market's downturn on Friday, our view was that the 100% tariff announcement by Trump was a bargaining chip. After China's statement last night, we believe the odds of Trump's 100% tariff on China going into effect are extremely low, the largest crypto liquidation in history, and a 2.5 trillion loss of S&P 500 market appears to have been driven by one big misunderstanding. We expect one trade deal soon. And not too long ago, we had a post. I mean, JD Vance, talked to Trump about China yesterday. Vance, we appreciate friendship Trump developed with, China's Xi. And then Vance, Trump hopes US doesn't need to use leverage on China. So one of the odds that can happen, from Trump is had a great call with China's wonderful President Xi, and our relations have never been better. Look forward to our meeting in 2 weeks. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That would really send prices up.
What we really want to do the next level is run a lot of the buyer side to buy the home in 30 seconds. That has been on my wish list for a decade because 70% of Americans buy homes with mortgages. Until you could provide an instant guaranteed mortgage, it wasn't a mainstream product. But many companies now provide instant underwriting for mortgages. So imagine every home you see online having a buy it now button. You're like, I like this house, I want it, and just buying it. No agent, nothing. You don't have to go see it if you don't want to, which is also a trend. There's a macro trend towards buying homes sight unseen that also COVID accelerated.
So there you have it. Open Door can really just change things. Mike Alford, he posted today, Sunday morning thought, if long-term yields keep falling and open drops another 10 to 25%, I may take a position. I like Eric Jackson. I like the energy and focus of the new chairman, and I've always thought the real estate buying process in America needs to be remade. Watching now. So Mike is a big time growth investor. I mean, he's made some recommendations, and Eric Jackson has followed through with a couple of his plays. But with Mike, part of the Open Door, army, that is really going to drive more investors towards, buying into Open Door stock. Kaz post is we upgrade Open Door's leadership team today. So what is Kaz doing? Starting Monday, they're adding to their leadership team. Jiang is joining from Shopify to lead operations. So obviously we know Kaz came from Shopify. So bringing in another leader from Shopify, that just shows the potential growth. But just with, his overall experience transforming the ops team and leading the financial planning and analysis team at Shopify, that's really going to drive value towards this company. Morgan Brown, coming from Dropbox. I mean, obviously, we know that Kaz had experience at Dropbox as well, but having Morgan Brown as part of the team, that's really gonna, ramp up the scalability for, data-driven strategy and customer-centric innovation. So I think this is going to help with their marketing, not to say that, the marketing isn't great. I mean, on X, we have so much marketing. Eric Jackson is doing like, he initially started 99% of the marketing, and now you got 20% of Open Army doing the marketing. But at one point, we're going to have the internal team also drive marketing value, make that name bigger, get towards, smart money and have more investors come in to accumulate shares. Brad Bonney also, becoming Opendoor's chief business officer. So partnering up with, strategic, teams to really, bring in more partners, angel investors, and expand on the, products and services that they will offer to buyers and sellers. But I think just with all of what's going on right now, Kaz is making like the most aggressive software company in the world, and this is simply another step in the direction leading this company towards change and really just stripping away, things that aren't really essential to the core business. And this is why I think Opendoor is going to revolutionize, become a growth stock that a lot of people are going to be talking about, even in college universities, how a company just transitioned and defaulted to AI. Kaz also posted Opendoor's procurement team is so AI pilled that they are now using AI tools to cancel useless SaaS contracts across the board. In one area, we will soon go from paying, 10 different providers to paying just one plus our internal AI tool, saving us $1 million plus a year. This will happen across the board at Opendoor. The proliferation of SaaS tools across companies is just killing us all. Some time ago, someone invented the land and expand a model, and that was the last time people understood what was happening inside their own companies. Open God posts, let's see what Opendoor does this week. Feels like a bit of a waiting period here as the new Opendoor ramps up and gets going. Eric Jackson just reposted this. Open isn't just a stock, it's a movement. Swing, commit, endure. The Open Army stands strong through every cycle. I mean, just think about this. This is a long-term play. We will get towards, 82, road to 82, and it's going to be road to 300, similar to Carvana. Carvana was a single-digit stock, going from like single digits all the way up to now where it closely is like below $400. Eric Jackson, post is people are saying quickest path to 500 Open should switch to recurring revenue model by introducing the following options to their product. Lease to own, interest-free mortgage above will allow long-term recurring income for Open while putting folks in homes. And that may very well change a lot of things. I mean, Open providing mortgages and you just pay through interest all through Opendoor. That will really simplify everything and allow people to own their homes. Donald Dean, he posted about his technical analysis. So his overall assessment, short-term pain, long-term gain, weekly chart price targets, $20, $24, the weekly chart showing normal consolidation after a large move. Trump tariffs also added to the push lower. We could see short-term weakness in the week ahead, but overall, with the company changes, quick implementation, management uplift, and a rate trends, a base should be found soon. This looks to be just a start of an asymmetrical move. Target are set at the 50% retracement at $20 and 24 at the 0.618 fib level. So definitely, when we scale back to its prior resistance back in 2021, there's a lot of upside. We've been, consolidating for, almost a month now, and, big things are coming. Let's take a look at technical analysis. So give you an overview of what I'm seeing on the chart. So, we continue to see, ebbs and flows. I mean, this stock has been rising up since July when we got a lot of, volume, along with, volume steadily, increasing as well, on Robinhood, on, exchanges. We see Robinhood in the top 10 most traded stock and volume with options as well. I mean, back in July, obviously, we had that big run up to like, close to $5. I had a major pullback, retested the fib 172, and then it, retested that fib level, at 388, had a slight pullback and then started retesting newer highs. It broke above the 0.38 fib level and then, it pulled back, retesting that support. And we had a momentum candle kick into gears. We started testing new fib levels. We broke into the 0.618 fib levels and then pulled back, which is obvious. You need some retracement there. And what just happened after we had the CEO announcement with Kaz being part of the team, we had a major candle, going above like, it got above like 1070. So it broke above this, one fib level, but obviously we see some resistance there, support at the 0.78, retested, got rejected again at the double digits. And just, with the recent dynamics going on with the markets. We had, retest of 0.618, bounce back, retested that fib. We're just hovering around that $8 range, had a momentum candle kick into gears, which was definitely good seeing that. We continue to see the frequent, push up above the 0.78, fib level, which I do see there's going to be some more bounce back above the, $8.90, get above the $9. But the key thing is we want to maintain this 0.618 fib level around the $7 range. Yes, even, you know, further down, we may potentially even go and retest the zero point 0.5 fib levels. However, the bulls need to be in control right now. We got this double bottom, which is definitely, a key signal to monitor. Hopefully, we can see a bounce back, starting tomorrow onward. And, soon enough, we're going to see, the reversal and, see, Opendoor stock climb up into double digits. I'm forecasting coming weeks we'll get into the double digits. We may even get up to the upside of like $15 onward. But the key thing is relative strength has been cooling off. It's resetting. Obviously, we need that retracement, which is why we're seeing these retracement fib levels be touched. But it's only a matter of time. We got a lot of investors. Jane Street buying millions of shares. We got the returning angel investors. So the fundamentals are there. The technicals are looking very favorable as well. And soon enough, we will see a nice run up in the share price. Let's take a look at technicals on the monthly candle. I mean, what goes down will eventually pop back up. I mean, 2021, $40 stock, it's been bleeding out. I mean, we're still early. I mean, we're going to see, something that's going to be very remarkable. I think Opendoor is going to be one of those stocks that will be, talked about, over the long-term course. And we're still early. As you head into 2026, 2027, I think this is going to start climbing up. Yes, things won't go in one straight shot, but we will see like the Elliott wave playing out, one, two, three, four, five. So it'll just go through ebbs and flows. But the key thing is we'll see it trend up above the ascending channel. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy this content. I know it's been, frustrating. It's tough to see your, portfolio go down in the red. Remain focused, stay locked in. Everything will be all right. Take care, guys.